Trick or treat? How about both? It's time to look at some of Stephen King's scariest stories, just in time for Halloween. Whoa. Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. I'm Dave Musson, at Dave Musson on Instagram, and usually this is the place where I spend my time going through the works of Stephen King in chronological order and giving you 19 reasons to read each book. Now, that is the case for my regular videos, but every so often I like to throw out a special, and that's what we've got in this video. But before we get into what this special is, don't forget you can go and explore all of my other videos, look at all of those 19 reasons to read a bunch of his books, and if you feel like it, subscribe so you don't miss anything in the future. Okay, there's the plugging done. This video, as I said, is a special one. You don't need me to tell you that it's Halloween soon. So, to mark spooky season, I thought I'd come up with a list of spooky stories that are just perfect for you to read and really get in that Halloween vibe. So in this video, I'm picking out my top 5 choices of short stories and top 5 choices of novels that I think represent Stephen King's scariest work and are quite perfect for Halloween. But I'd love to know your choices for Stephen King's scariest work, so let me know in the comments below this video. Anyway, enough rambling, let's get into it. No spoilers to worry about in this one. It's just a list, 5 scary novels coming up. But first, let's jump into 5 scary short stories from Stephen King, just in time for Halloween. So we're going to start with I Am the Doorway, which is in Night Shift. Now, straight in with some bleak body horror. This is one of the iconic stories from this book. In fact, it provides the cover of this book. It's an absolute riot. Second is Apt Pupil. Now this one is nestled between Rita Hayworth and the Shawshank Redemption and The Body in the middle of different seasons. And, well, this one is just one fucked up, twisted thing that shows just how fucked up and twisted humans can be. So number 3 is The Jaunt, which is in Skeleton Crew. Now, what starts off as a sci-fi story gets scarier and scarier and darker until by the end you will be terrified. At number 4 on my list of 5 scary short stories from Stephen King for you to read in time for Halloween, I'm sticking with Skeleton Crew, and this time we're going to The Raft, which is perhaps more famous for being a segment on Creepshow 2. Now, why did I pick The Raft? Well, it's got it all. Horny teenagers, a sticky situation, a monstrous blob, and loads of gore, blood, guts, and just, well, delicious Halloween stuff. What more do you want? As for my final choice when it comes to short stories that you should be reading this spooky season, bit of a curveball. Yes, I'm back in Skeleton Crew, fuck it, just read Skeleton Crew, but Mrs. Todd's Shortcut. Now, from the outside, Mrs. Todd's Shortcut is not necessarily one of the most scary ones, but for me at least, it just gets under your skin and claws away at you and just, well, won't fucking leave. And that's what you want at Halloween, right? Okay, if you want something chunkier as your trick or treat, then how about these 5 full novels from Stephen King that are ideal for reading at the end of October. Let's kick off with a book that has chilled many readers all around the world over the years. The Shining, the sad tale of the Torrance family's doomed stay at the Overlook Hotel. This one is scary on many levels. Ghosts, sure, but also internal demons and the terror of isolation. And just the fact that this novel is so damn cold, you will never feel comfortable reading it. Another classic coming up for you next, it is Salem's Lot. I mean, come on, vampires taking over a small town, home run. It is a wonderful, beautiful novel that is actually fucking terrifying and is perfect for this time of year. My third choice for a full novel for you to read at Halloween from Stephen King is a more recent one, Revival, from 2014. Now this one is dark and scary and sinister, particularly the final third, which will have you hiding under the covers and sleeping with the lights on. At number 4, It. Yes, it's another obvious one, but it's fucking terrifying. And Pennywise obviously takes the form of the thing that you fear most. Also, sewer orgy. Lastly, and my choice for King's scariest work from his entire career, is Pet Sematary. Now, the zombies, the undead side of things, obviously that's scary, but it's so much deeper than that. As I mentioned in my video about this book, it's such a bleak and dark portrait of grief that it just shatters you on multiple levels and multiple layers. And if you reread this after having children, if you have them, fuck, it's a whole other ball game of scary. If you can only pick one to read this spooky season, read this. There we go, a short and sweet look at 10 spooky things from Stephen King that you can read this spooky season. And don't forget to let us know your scariest Stephen King stories in the comments below. You're right. Just been reminded to tell you that if you want to come and say hi on Instagram, I'm at Dave Musson. And don't forget to subscribe to the videos here as well so you won't miss any in the future. No, I'm not saying that. I'm definitely not saying that. Thanks for swinging by and happy Halloween.